even with your unique product descriptions, you can run into crawling and duplicate content issues if products come in multiple variations. For example, the Nike Dual Fusion shoes come in red, green, and black, and can generate unique URLs for each possible product variation. Product variations usually generate exact or near duplicate content, and such cases are best handled with rel canonical. However, rel canonical is not the only solution. Decide how to handle product variations once you understand how your target market searches online, and base the decision on your business goals. For instance, if your target market uses search queries that include product variation keywords, you may want to have unique URLs for each variation. Make those page URLs available to users and search engines, and don't use rel canonical to a representative URL. The challenge is to make these pages compelling by adding unique product descriptions for each variation. Let's discuss a few approaches for handling product variations. URL consolidation. With this approach, you handle all different product options in the interface with a design that helps users make faster and better product selections. All product variations are listed on a single product detail URL that doesn't change when an option is selected in the interface. For instance, you can provide product options with drop-downs or swatches as depicted in this screenshot. In this example, changing the color and size options with a drop-down selector doesn't change the URL. The same with this example. These swatches change the product image and product description, but at the same URL. To increase the chances of the consolidated page surfacing in SERPs for queries that include variations such as colors, include the variation as plain text copy in a search engine-friendly way. For instance, the product description or the specs copy would include something like, "This item is also available in gray, red, and blue." If you already have unique URLs for each product variation and you want to consolidate them into one representative URL, you can either 301 redirect or use rel canonical to point to the authoritative URL. Having unique URLs for each product variation allows product variation pages to show up in SERPs for various product attributes queries. However, since the content on these pages is very similar, they might compete against each other, or worse, they might be completely filtered from the SERPs. If you use unique URLs for each variation, then the variation pages will include a self-referencing rel canonical tag. Additionally, having individual URLs for each product variation may dilute indexing properties and link authority because people may link to multiple SKU URLs instead of a single one. This approach should be implemented if your data shows your target market searches for various product attributes such as model numbers, colors, sizes, and so on. The challenge and key to success with this approach is to create unique enough content for each variation page so that it doesn't get filtered by Panda or it doesn't create duplicate content pages. A hybrid approach is to use the interface to allow users to select product options without changing the URL, and at the same time have separate URLs for each product variation. Each product variation URL can point to the authoritative product using rel canonical. This is how Zappos handles product variations. The canonical product page is this one. The following product variation URLs point to the canonical URL. Because all color variation pages point to a canonical page, Zappos ranks in Google SERPs with the canonical URL even when someone searches for a color-specific product. In this screenshot, you can see how Zappos ranks with the canonical PDP, which is the page for pink shoes. Users will have to take additional steps to find the red color option, which is probably not the best experience. Some of the advantages of having separate URLs for product variations are: users can share each variation URL, you can link internally to specific variations, people can backlink to any variation URL, and you can list product variations on internal site search results or even on category pages. For example, if an item is available in various colors and someone visits the category page and selects red from the faceted navigation filters, you will want to show items in red only. If you don't have separate URLs for red, it's simply not possible for that user to share the red shoes page with someone else. Additionally, if you run product listing ads for variation-specific keywords, it's better to send users to a product variation landing page. Pages targeting product attributes tend to convert better than just one-size-fits-all pages that require users to find the product options. I usually recommend creating separate URLs for the most important product variations, not just for SEO reasons, but also to provide better landing pages for PPC and PLA campaigns. If you get into SEO issues such as crawling, duplicate content, or ranking cannibalization, you can always know index variation URLs, or you can implement rel canonical to point to the representative URL. The following is a quote from Google. Google allows rel canonical from individual product variations to a general or default version, as long as the general version mentions the product variations. By doing so, the general product page acts as a view all page, and only the general version may surface in search results.